I have to try to make this fit shorter. I'm going to rant for 10 minutes about it. So basically, I'm going to shorten this, but the big beautiful bill, one of the like most disastrous things morally to happen to this country in a while, which is saying a lot. I'm not going to try to argue like Republican against Democrat. I don't really care. I mean, obviously, like if you're a MAGA at this point, you kind of have repressed a certain amount of morality to support your guy, which I think people do on both parts of the aisle do that, but obviously some of this Trump stuff. Oof. But so one part of it that's really disastrous is the Medicaid cuts that are seemingly inevitable. Um, the people that are the oldest and least equipped to take care of themselves, depend on long-term nursing care, the assisted living, things of that nature, one of the more underfunded aspects of healthcare in our society. So, what cutting Medicaid will do, and there's plenty of articles that go into deeper depth of this in an economic analysis point, is that basically Medicaid floats a lot of those nursing care facilities. Um, I believe the report I read said that 82% of the funding that goes to these facilities comes from Medicaid, which is of the federal level. So if that was just greatly reduced and states had to take care of those facilities themselves, they'd be largely unable to do so. Uh, Not to mention that there are care cuts as well that, some people, um, the people that will be paying to attend these facilities would also not have the same coverage insurance wise to continue, paying for some of these facilities. So what this does at this point is that it pretty much creates like a squeeze where old people will no longer be able to stay at these facilities. A lot of them will close or greatly reduce staffing, which would also cause, of course, job decreases from nurses that if you've known any nurses, it's if you go to a hospital, there's a lot of them understaffed, and from COVID on, it's just a field that mentally and financially has not kept up the times. Has been very beaten down by what happened during COVID. So essentially, what cutting Medicaid will do here is create a squeeze on a lot of different levels that I don't think people necessarily understand. And I think you should look into it a little bit more, not from a morality perspective, but just, well, actually, from a morality perspective. Yeah, you should do it from a morality perspective.